another stream of opening cards. So, same old. But today is kind of like an experimental day because I am attempting to stream on Twitch and YouTube. So, this is the first time I tried it. I didn't have any practice runs. This is the practice run. Um, so, yeah, I'm just kind of trying to get it figured out, and it looks like it sucks on. Yeah, it looks like it sucks on YouTube because I guess they only give me like a yeah, they only give me like, they trying to make their money, right? So I get it, it's fine. But they only give me like good vision on one and the other one sucks, and then I have to pay like a fee for it to be good on both and blah blah blah. Um, but I plan on, testing out, see how it works, and then go from there. So if you're watching on YouTube or will be watching on YouTube at some point in the future, I can see what the video looks like and it sucks. So I apologize in advance, but hopefully in the future that'll get squared away. But for right now, it's just what it is. So we're learning, getting better, trying to figure out. Yeah, I can see myself on that one. Okay, but anyways, so if you were paying attention, you may have noticed that the category for tonight's stream is a bit different than what it's always been before. It's always been One Piece trading card game because that is my game of choice. But um, it just so happens that with the kind of encouragement of a buddy of mine, he's in the chat sometimes. Um, Dupree Creates, um, that's his handle on here. Um, I gave you guys this whole story about this freaking adventure that I went on like Thursday. Ended up getting some different packs of Pokemon cards and stuff like that, and I did end up with a couple of these booster bundles for Pokemon. It's Prismatic Evolutions, and I guess this is pretty popular. I've looked into it a bit, and it seems like it's fairly popular. So um, I decided that I'm gonna just, for today and maybe in the future, we'll see, switch the category over. And this doesn't matter for you guys who are watching, but I did switch the category over because we have a booster bundle of these Prismatic Evolution booster packs, and the booster bundle is just 6 booster packs. So I don't think that DC Dupree is watching. I can't see how many people are watching, and I can't see who's watching. Maybe I can, but I haven't gotten that far into it, so I don't know who's watching, how many people are watching, that kind of thing. Anyways, so if you're watching, and even if you're not watching live, then hopefully you're watching at some point in the future, because you are responsible for this, you bastard. So, yeah, and I guess this one is, surrounding Eevee and her different evolutions, her or his. But, so I did get 2 boxes, and you guys already know what I did. Weighed them, we got the heavier box. So, I'm going to weigh each of the packs individually just for your knowledge. This pack is, this box weighs a little bit lighter than it was out, or when I weighed it in there, but it's coming up 159.40. The other box was in the 10s or 20s or something like that, so this one is relatively heavier. So we shall open the box and we shall weigh the packs. And I'm probably going to do it lightest to heaviest. I'm going to lay them out lightest to heaviest and then go from there. So once I get this open, I'll switch over the view. Let me take a look at YouTube. Yeah, YouTube can kind of like see this half of my face. So, no, actually, it can see the right half. So, yeah, I can see the right half of my face. So, I will try. Hopefully, you can see that. Hopefully, YouTube will be able to see the cards at least. That's going to be the most important. But, yeah, let us get into it. I guess I'll just switch over and see what the hell YouTube can see, right? Right, let's just do it. Why does it keep doing this? I need to... Yeah. Remove that one. Okay, okay, what can you see? Here it is, and here that is. Okay. Alright, something that I do like so far about YouTube is that it's telling me my current stream, or the stream's current bit rate is higher than recommended, and it gave me a recommendation on what it should be. About 2,500. It's saying it's about 6,000 right now, and I've gotten that from Twitch, but it doesn't give me a recommendation or anything like that. So I was kind of looking around, and I do see a setting that allows me to lower my bit rate, but I can't do it during the stream because the stream's active. So that was pretty nice. That was some helpful information, and maybe it'll help the streams run a little bit smoother in the future, but we shall see. Maybe it won't. That's cool too. Maybe there won't be any difference. Anywho, without further ado, we're gonna jump into it. Okay, yeah, this is pretty cool. I like the way that looks. This is the way the box looks. It looks like looks like I could potentially use this for like a deck box, which is pretty cool. So yeah, this does really remind me of like one of those the double packs for One Piece. Now they have, that's kind of annoying because they have this huge box. One Piece does. They have this box, and it's pretty much exactly the same size, I would say. And there's only 2 packs in there. There's only 2 packs in there, and then it does have like a pack of just one Don in there. And then the rest is just kind of like empty space, but they have like a cardboard cutout in there to hold everything in place. It's kind of annoying, but this is pretty nice. I think I could, yeah, this is definitely like a deck box, right? So I could definitely use this as a deck box, which I plan on doing. So not too bad. And it has a little notch up here. You can see that, yeah, it has a little notch up here, which actually locks it in place. Yeah, I actually really like this. This is pretty cool. I'd like to save the other one for the future, because again, I got 2 of them. I'd like to save the other one for the future, but man, this is a nice little deck box. So I might use that for my other packs or my other decks. Alright, let us see. So I don't know if you can see that yet. I don't know if it's going to go into focus yet, but I don't have any frame of reference for what these should weigh. But we're going to weigh them against each other. So 2238 for the first one. So I'm going to line them up. 2244. So this one's heavier. Another 44. 44. Another 44. Another 44. This one came in at 38 this time. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Let's start over. Okay, this one's coming in at 38, so it's a little lighter than these two. I'm gonna reweigh these two that said that they were. Now they're coming in at 38. This one's still coming in heavier. All right, let me try and put some heavy stuff on there so I can get a better feel for what these weigh. 35. This one's slightly lighter than those two that I weighed. That weighed the same. This one's 50. Okay, what was this one? What was 43? Okay, so I believe they are currently in order of lightest to heaviest. So you guys can see like the heavier end. This is the heaviest one. So I'm gonna put them in order like this. All right. Light one, you're up. 2243. 2243 wasn't the lightest. 2232. This one is lighter. What is going on? Why am I having so much trouble putting these things in order? This one's 2240. And then now this one is 40. I don't know. This thing is driving me crazy. She's driving me crazy right now for whatever reason. Overload, okay. Good, that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see an overload. 2240. Okay, they're both coming in at 2240, so we're just gonna open the damn things and go from there. There's probably some kind of. I do like the way that the Pokemon, nice. I wonder what was going on with that before, babe. But, okay, so I do like how the packs are very easy to open, you know, relative to the One Piece packs. Okay, so I'm gonna flip this around. I think it's one card goes to the front, but I don't know. Alright, I think that's how it was with the ones that we've opened past couple of times. So, alright, so we got this one. Pincer, Lavitar, Black Belts Training, Execute, Glass Trumpet, Binding Mochi. Ooh, we got an Executor. So we got the Execute, and then the Executor. Fire. Ooh, Reverse Hollow Pupitar. That looks pretty dope, actually. Predicted Dope. So if you guys can see the, yeah, this one isn't as like hidden like the foil or whatever. It's not as hidden as it is in the reverse hollows for and technically those really aren't reverse hollows because everything is hollow, even the even like the background is hollow of the picture. But yeah, these are not as hidden, right? It's looks like it's an actual print on the card, whereas the holographic is what makes the those pyrofoils, those patterns on the pyrofoils. Got another Execute. There's a freaking theme going on in this pack here. Then we get a dun 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 Iron Boulder. I mean, that looks pretty dope, actually. Probably worth like 10 cents, but it has like future written up top there. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I like it. Not too bad. Again, it was the lightest one, so wasn't expecting anything too crazy from that pack. But so I'm thinking the way that these cards are made is the um, uh, energy card is like the last one, and then this one is the second to last one. So I just want to, something I typically see people do is they make the last card the hit. Um, so like typically like in the One Piece packs, not in PRBO2 because the hits are typically like third from last. So I guess I could like move it around unless the hit is the Don, right? So unless it's a gold Don. So the PRBO2 is just a really unique kind of pack. So I don't want to compare things to that because like the set and just everything about that is very unique. But if we're talking about like any of the other packs like OP12, um, typically the last card is always the way that they have it set up, the way Bandai packages their cards is the last card is going to be the hit, right? So it goes in order from common, uncommon, all that stuff, and then the card in front is always a rare. The card in front of the last card is always a rare. Then the last card is always, I would say the best card, right? But sometimes it could be a rare. Sometimes it's a super rare. Sometimes it's a secret rare, alternate art. Those kinds of things will be the last card. Now, there's one caveat to that, and that's if the pack contains a Don, which is a leader pack, but a leader pack isn't always a Don pack, if that makes sense. So there could be a leader in the pack, but there not be a Don. But every time there's a Don in the pack, again, we're talking about OP12, not PRBO2. Every time there's a Don in there, there's always going to be a leader in that pack, right? So that's the one scenario or the caveat, which isn't extremely common. Um, but yeah, so at that point, that kind of throws things off. But 99% of the time, whenever a pack has or the last card in the One Piece packs are going to be the potential hit, right? So that's I've seen people do this. That's the only reason I do it. And I mean, it makes sense because I do want the last card to kind of be the hit or whatever. Whoa, that's what they call me. Man, these cards are giving you a lot of nicknames to call people in your life. Like you, what was the other thing that you said you would call your friends from now on? This little energy looks kind of weird. I'm trying to compare it to. Oh, okay, it does have the same design on it as the other one had. Um, Dracloak, Duraludon, another Pupitar, Bronzor, Bug Catch Insect, Heatran, Crispy. So this one, so I hear people talk about this. Like this one is a Pokeball Hollow or something. I don't know um, if that makes the card special, or I don't know what that means. But I do hear them talk about the Pokeball. And when we looked at the Pupitar, the reverse hollow from the last one, again, that one didn't have hollow on the background. It didn't have the Pokeball here, so I'm gonna set this one to the side just in case. Just in case that one's fire. Um, this one's a Shaman. And then we got a Whimsicott. Looks pretty dope. Nothing crazy. I'm interested about this milk tank. I'm sure it's not going to be worth shit, but that's fine. Alrighty. So pack number 3. I do think I'm gonna keep the other box sealed, just because I, you know, we'll see what happens in the future with them. Okay, this one goes to the front. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know they had the hollow energy. Biscuit Warrior, yeah, that's what it was. Biscuit Warrior. Yeah, this one, I didn't realize they had hollow. Um, yeah, they have the hollow energies. So this one's gonna go over in the special pile too with the milk tank. Ooh, an Eevee, nice, nice. Looking cute, looking real cute. Another Shaman. Professor Toro's Scenario. Ooh, a Slowking. We love a Slowking. Ooh, another Pokeball Hollow, right? So this has the full holographic throughout the body of the card and then the background of the card as well. Dunsparce, so another one that is a just reverse hollow. And oh, that looks pretty cool. What is this? Feza Depedi. Huh. Nice, nice. Man, there are so many freaking Pokemon at this point. It's absolutely crazy. Alright. So that is 3 down, 3 to go. Alright. Next pack. Yep, Eevee is. And Eevee is like the. So, like, I think Eevee is. I don't know how their sets are, like, done. Like, because this is, like, Scarlet and Violet, which is the set, maybe. And then they have the Prismatic Evolutions. So, I don't really know. And I know that they have, like, Scarlet and Violet. Other things like this is Prismatic Evolutions, but then they have like a bunch of other different types of sets. I don't know what they're called yet. I'll get it figured out and I'll know. But anyways, Eevee and it's different forms that it evolves into. It's different evolutions. Prismatic evolutions, get it? But yeah, it's different evolutions. I think are like the whole deal when it comes to these um, this set, but again, I don't know. I don't know for sure. So, alrighty. So we got a water energy, another Dracloak. Hey, this is very similar. Professor's Research. Discard your hand and draw 7 cards. That is very nice. It brings me back to the original Professor's Research, the OG from back in the day. Carmine, Greta Tosco. I wonder what these different like symbols up here mean. Like what? Maybe there's some sort of maybe that does something right because this is ancient, and then there were some things that said future on them. There's a couple of cards that said future on them, so I don't know what that means. Oh, I think this is the second one we got of these. Okay, we didn't get a Pokeball one this time. Okay, we can see that it doesn't have the hollow background, just the reverse hollow. Black Belt's Training, same. I think we got one of these already, but it wasn't the reverse hollow. Then we get the Ookie Doggy. Huh. Okay. I don't know what to say about that one, so we just gonna move on. Ookie Doggy. This laptop keeps trying to turn on. I don't know what's going on. I do not want you on. Turn off, stay off. I'm trying to get it to work. It works too long today. I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. Alright. There we go. Now I know you guys were very upset when you didn't see me stream yesterday, but there was a lot going on. my daughter's birthday party. Had people in town visiting, and it was a very long day yesterday. So I know you guys were horribly upset, and you missed me, and I apologize. It's the first time I hadn't streamed in a very long time. I had planned on trying to sneak in a stream while people were here, but we were just having too much fun. We were hanging out, just vibing. So the Slowpoke looks dope. I actually really like the art for this one. That one looks really cool. Yeah, he's just chilling. I like the artwork for this one too. This Dust Skull. Yeah, that one's pretty dope. Man, these cottonies, they Lit Leo, Briar, Hawlucha, a Hawk Luchador. That's what that looked like. Luchador. That's fine, babe. Don't worry. Stadium. Area 0 Underdepths. Professor's Research. This is pretty cool. Like they have, I don't know if they have the alternate artworks for all the reverse hollows, but yeah, this Professor's Research is the exact same name and exact same effect, but the art is different on this one. Because the other one was like the young guy just standing there. This guy is old dude outside a house. Okay, another Lit Leo. Alright, what we got here? Didn't I have two Pokeball things? I must not have set that other Pokeball thing aside like I did with the, what's the name? Ooh, an Umbreon. So we did get our first evolution from Eevee. Now, I don't know much about this set, but I do know that the prismatic versions of these cards are the cracked ones. Those are the chases in the set. So this is pretty cool. I don't know, how valuable these things are, and this, artwork is kind of meh. Nothing too crazy going on. So we didn't get the chase, but what fun would it be if you get it on your first little box? Alright. It will be real damn fun. That's how fun it would be. Real fun. Alright, come on. Come on. You little numbskull. Come on, you silly goose, you. You like the Umbreon? Yeah, I would say I probably like Flareon, like from what I remember. I think Flareon was the one that I liked the most of his, that one does look super dope. But I think Flareon is like my one. It'd be dope to get the hit. Ooh, there's another one of these shiny ones. Whoa, a black person in Pokemon. That's cool. Lopunny, Friends in Paldea, Bronzer, Professor Sada's Vitality. See, this is another ancient one here. Ooh, Suicune. This one, our Suicune. Yeah, this one takes me back to, I can't remember which version this was. I think it was Crystal. Yeah, Pokemon Crystal. Because I think this was the one that was, this Pokemon was on the cover of that one. I think this was that was the first game that it was in. And I think that Crystal was maybe the first Pokemon game that I had, and then eventually I went and got the other ones, the older ones, some of the older ones. But I'm pretty sure that Crystal was the first one that I had ever gotten. Another Crispin. Ooh, that looks super dope. Whoa. That looks awesome. Treasure Tracker. This might be the hit from this box. This one has like a red star on it. Everything's kind of freezing now, so I don't know if that's the bit rate that YouTube was talking about, but it probably is. Thank you, YouTube. Um, yeah, let's see. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. YouTube is just looking a little funky. That's fine. I don't have any views over there anyways. So in your face, YouTube. I'll just have to get YouTube figured out. That's what it is. I have to get YouTube figured out at one point, at some point. Um, Espeon. What version is that? I can't remember Espeon. But man, this looks crazy. Look, this one actually looks super dope. I actually really like the way this looks. This is crazy. This is probably, I'm assuming this is probably the hit of this box or whatever. But this thing looks amazing. You can't have more than one ace spec card in your deck. Treasure Tracker. Search your deck for up to 5 Pokemon tool cards. Reveal them and put them into your hand. Jesus. Then shuffle your deck. Yeah, this card looks absolutely insane. I would be interested to see how much this one is. These are going for. Let's look this up real quick. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got nothing to do. Y'all ain't got nothing to do but hang out with me while I look this card up. Treasure Tracker. Okay. It didn't do anything. Treasure Tracker. So it's 20 cents. I don't know how to do this. So it looks dope. It's probably not worth a lot, which sucks, but that's all good. But man, this thing looks amazing. I actually really like the way this one looks. This one's going in the special pile because I really like the way this looks. This is amazing. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, that looks amazing. I actually really like the way that looks. Okay, another mill tank. And then last card. Ooh, that looks pretty cool. The alt art for the Friends in Palladia or Paldea. That's pretty dope. So we can take a look at let's compare the two. That actually looks really good. Oh my god, I need to. I'm just gonna close you because you're really pissing me off. Okay, what was this one? Friends in Paldea. Okay, let me take out that other Pokeball thing. Friends in Paldea. Okay, I must have passed it because I don't know what I'm looking for. Because I know I pulled that. I know I have the regular version of that, right? Okay. It's not in here. Oh, there's other cards right in front of me. Oh, okay, there it is. Yeah, so we can compare the two. That actually looks really dope. I actually really like the way that it looks. to vibes. Yeah, this looks really good. I like the way they I like this. I like this artwork. Like the full artwork looks just so correct, and it makes me think that there's a really doper version of this because it has the because this one is only like two out of um, this is one is only like 2 stars, or well, I guess it goes up to 2 stars, but it goes to like gold, I guess. So this is like a silver one. So, but this card is only common, so I don't know if they would necessarily have a super cracked out version of this, but that actually looks really dope. So we got a couple. I don't know if we would call them hits necessarily, but we have some cool looking cards that I like. I really like. So this one, I'm assuming this one is like the hit, right? Obviously, this one is like pretty obviously like the hit, and then this just kind of like very very retro. This is like a definite like retro type of 80s. You know, the pink and the purple. Yeah, this is just the way it looks, like shining off of something. Okay, cool. And this one feels more like a One Piece card, right? Because I complain about this all the time, where the Pokemon cards feel so much thinner. Yeah, they just feel like so much thinner than the One Piece cards. This one feels closer to a One Piece card. This one feels like it has a bit more thickness to it. It's not as thick as a One Piece card, but it's closer than the other ones. Um, okay, so all right. Where's my pen at? There, my pen is. There, my pen is. Wink, wink. Okay, 3777. That's a lot of sevens. I like it. 3777. Pretty heavy pack. Our packs that we like to shoot for 38, but again, we've gotten alternate leaders in extremely light packs, and we've gotten nothing in some of the heavier packs. So it is not a guarantee, but again, we follow the patterns. We don't have any. There's no, silver bullet or smoking gun. What number we're what number we're definitely going to get the good cards in. All right. See, it just feels so much different. It's so crazy how much thicker these cards are, because it just feels it feels massively different. All right. Lindbergh. Color of Arms hockey. Borsolino and a Shanks. Shanks not too bad. We okay, that one was 2 rares. Don't want to forget. 2 rares. Shanks isn't so bad. That card is it's a super good card. 4 cost, 6,000 power blocker. That's good just in general. On your opponent's attack once per turn, you may trash 1 card from your hand, give up to one of your opponent's leaders or character cards negative 2,000 power during this turn. So basically, you can turn any brick into a 2K counter, and it lasts for the entire turn against. It lasts for the entire turn against. And I forgot to measure this one. 37. 58. 37.58. Okay. I'm not expecting anything crazy in this. But who knows? That would be crazy if it was a hit. But yeah, that card, the Shanks, turns any card into a like any brick, a 1K into a 2K, and it leaves your opponent, at that um, deficit for the entire turn. So for some leaders or characters that can get multiple attacks off in a turn, right? That's going to, you know, affect them for the entirety of their attacks. So we like them thick and durable. Yes, we do. Alright, Baby 5, Bello Betty, Shanks, Vergo, Buffalo, Odin, Kuina. Oh, we got a leader pack with the Sanji and a Sengoku. Oh, okay. Well, this is a learning. Um, this is a learning instrument here. So before I literally just said this earlier today, right? So whenever there's a Don card, it's always a leader pack, but it doesn't necessarily mean there's gonna be a Don in there when there's a leader, right? So typically we go through and we hit we hit the leader and we don't hit the Don. And this isn't so bad because I just sold 10 of these today. Um, so I don't have as many of them as I did, before the start of today. So, you know, it makes it a lot easier. This was a Dom pack, so I'll write that down. It makes it a lot easier when I'm getting rid of those cards because it kind of sucks when I have like just a ton of them. But since I've just gotten rid of 10 of those, I've kind of emptied my stash. It'd be nice to um, re-up. 37.56. Alright, so this is very close to that last one. 37.56. Yeah, this is very, very close to the last one. They probably really weigh the same, just kind of a slight variation on, uncontrollables. Yeah, 37.56, 37.58, essentially exactly the same. Alright, what we got. I wrote that down, didn't I? Yes. Okay, another Bello Betty. Okay, alright, then Shanks, Django, Zephyr, Patty, Ivankov, not too bad. Hair Removal Fist, great card, I love it. Nekomamushi, Borsolino, and Luffy is the man who will be king of the pirates. So this isn't bad again. Most of these cards, I guess the benefit of most of what I've pulled so far is that they're sellable to rares. Alright. Ooh, this is a heavy one. 37.9. 37.91 to be exact. You like them thick and durable, as my wife says. So let's see what we can get out this one right here. Let's see. Watch it be a leader pack, and I just end the stream. Buggy, Pasa Vista, Duval, then Smoke Sora, and Nico Robin. So nothing crazy from any of these packs. I like Nico Robin because so this is a super rare. So I use her in my deck, in my koala deck. Alright, we're going to measure this one. 33.74. Just because. Alright. Big money, big money, big money, no whammies. Three Brothers Bond. Brook. I like saying his name like that. Dragon Breath. No Kijo. Moda. So this will be our rare. Mr. 3. This is okay. So this is the new Mr. 3. 2 cost, 1K with a 1K counter. This effect can be activated when this character is rested by your opponent's effect. You may trash this character and draw 2 cards. So there have been a couple of these that I've seen come out where it's kind of like anti-rest, and green really is the only rest. But I don't know. It feels like green is the only rest of it. So basically, this card does nothing against any of the other colors except for green. I mean, it's still a blocker, whatever. It still, has utility with it being a 1K counter. Um, so it feels just too. It feels just too specific. But with the way Zoro kind of took over the format or whatever, like I could see this card becoming fairly good. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Somebody can make them good. Got a Sabo. Just sold one of these literally earlier today, so that's not too bad. Caterino Devon, a Perona. I really like the way this Perona looks. And then a Shankston. Nice. I don't have too many of these, which is kind of funny, seeing as I got the gold one. Y'all saw me pull it. Would that convince me to dress up for Halloween? Halloween's in 5 days. We don't have the time. We have to talk about it. Yeah, so anyways, today was just one of them days. We didn't get a lot. Yeah, we did not get a lot from that, unfortunately, which is fine. Not a big deal. Um, it's all good. Yeah, today was just it was a learning experience. I'm actually happy to have done this stream. Nice little way to start the week, and yeah, this vertical stream is a little bit weird, right? I got to get that figured out. I'm trying to get this figured out on YouTube, so I'm trying to see what it can see, because it looks much different than. Please keep a keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. Currently, keyframes are not being sent. Yeah, so it's I can see like half of this. I think I need to. I'll figure it out. No one's watching it again, anyways, on YouTube, which is definitely fine. But it would be nice to kind of get this YouTube thing figured out so we can hang out with the YouTube gang as well. But anyways, I am very grateful for you guys, of course. Love hanging out with you, getting to hang out with you and open some cards. We're starting to expand a bit outside of, and this isn't anything new, right? We've always done, sprinkled some other things in, whether it be Pokemon, Magic, a couple of other things. But I'm extremely pumped because on Friday, a new TCG is coming out, and it is the Riot's trading card game for League of Legends Riftbound. So I'm extremely pumped about that. I have it ordered in a couple of different places, so I should have a couple packs, couple boxes of that, and I will be opening those on stream in the near future. But I am very grateful, babe. Thank you. I love you. My number one fan. All that fun stuff. Spotty, Laddie, Upper. Thanks for showing the the best streams. He's saying we got the best stream, the best viewers in this stream. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm grateful to you for saying that. So I want to try and see where this is at. What it can see. So yeah, I'm gonna spend a second here looking at this preview for the YouTube stream just to try and determine where the heck it can see, because I don't. It's got half my face cut off. It just looks very weird. Um, yeah. So, anyways, thank you. Very grateful for you, of course, and we'll be back tomorrow, and we'll be doing more One Piece, maybe Pokemon. Who knows? We'll see. But thank you, grateful. Take it easy.